Hello everybody, and welcome to my video. My name is Cold Crystal, and I just want to give you a short rundown on my feelings about Destiny 2 so far. First, I want to go through my problems with it. Mainly, subclasses. Now, the subclasses are pretty evenly balanced. You've got your Sentinel Titan, you've got your Hammer Titans, you've got Striker Titans, you have your Warlocks that are Nova Bomb, Dawnblade, you've still got your Stormcaller, Hunters have the new Archstrider, they've got Gunslinger, and they have Night Stalker. Now, the Warlock and Titan feel pretty balanced in my opinion, but the Hunters, they're quite lackluster. Their class abilities don't really benefit the team a whole lot like the Titan or Warlocks do. The shield for the Titan is phenomenal. The rifts for the Warlocks are phenomenal, but the spin or the tumble with the Hunters is pretty lackluster, and it has no benefit to your team whatsoever. Now, that being said, going on to supers. The Sentinel Titan is phenomenal in both PvP and PvE. They can wipe entire teams, like you'll see later in this video. One of my teammates cleaned up the entire team. Stormcallers, they're phenomenal. They always have been. The Voidwalkers, Devour's pretty broken, but other than that, it's pretty fair class. Dawnblades, they're fun, but they don't have a whole lot of power in Crucible. Being able to stay in the air for over 20 seconds is fun, and you can do some goofy stuff with it, but you're not going to get a whole lot out of it. The main problem with subclasses, I'd say, are the Hunters. The Night Stalker, the Invis is very nice. You can set up different plays that way, you can outplay people that way, but the Shadow Shot is absolutely horrendous. You can hit people directly with it, and if they have an overshield, they're not going to die. Last night, for instance, had a Titan going to cast his Fist of Havoc in the air, and shot him in the forehead with a tether, and his Fist of Havoc still went off and killed me. I clearly had the upper hand there, but according to the physics that Bungie has implemented in this game, I had no chance to survive that. The Golden Gun Hunters, the explosive throwing knife is cool, but the Golden Gun itself feels like a slightly better hand cannon. And don't get me started on Archstrider. It's fun in PvE, very fun for strikes, you can drop a lot of damage on the bosses, but in PvP, it doesn't do a whole lot. You can't cover ground, you have to flank. And a lot of times when you're flanking, it goes into the problem I see with Crucible in its team shot the game. You come around a corner and you walk into 4 Midas or 4 auto rifles, and there's not a whole lot you can do there. Now, the grind. As a Destiny 1 veteran, I absolutely loved the grind. I had to grind for my Galahorn. I had to grind for my Thorn. And in this game, there is no grind. That goes into the progression systems that I see that are very, very little existence in this game. It's all done with token systems. There is no extra rewards for leveling up those vendors, and that's a problem. That gears the game more towards casuals, and that's cool. That's good. But the players that are no-lifing this game have no incentive to do so. The fixed weapon rolls. This is cool. It's good. It creates an equal battlefield for all players. It makes it a little bit easier for Bungie to do sandbox updates if something is too powerful. But again, where's that grind? Where is the benefit of getting your 3rd or 4th better devils? There's nothing for that right now. And honestly, that makes me worried about the future of this game. Bungie has a lot of things they need to fix. They are hearing us out. They're hearing what the community is saying. But they need to implement these changes rather quickly, or they're going to lose a lot of players. A lot of my friends that I've been talking to, they play the game 2-3 hours a night because they're max light. They have nothing to grind for. The raid is I mean, it's convoluted, but other than that, it's not very difficult. Going into the Crucible, like I said, it's team shoot the game. You've got people with Midas standing down at the end of lanes, just team shooting people as they come around the corner. And if you have ever been 4-shot by 4 people with Midas as you come around a corner, you know how infuriating that is. It takes no skill to stand at the end of a lane and everybody pull the trigger once at a person. That goes into the way that the meta's looking right now. You've got scout rifles dominating the kinetic slot, which, that's not a bad thing. Honestly, I think that's a good thing. Scout rifles are fun. But Mida Multi-Tool is sitting at 34.23% of the kinetic slot games. The closest one behind that is Vigilance Wing at 3.2%. Okay, you are looking at 31.03% increase from Vigilance Wing to Mida Multi-Tool. Granted, everybody was given a Mida Multi-Tool. Why is this an issue? Well, it goes back to fixed weapon rolls. We don't have enough legendary weapons in different archetypes to basically counter these exotics. And it's creating substantial differences. Now, energy weapons. We're looking at Uriel's Gift, Prosecutor, Mida Mini-Tool. Those I can see. Those I don't have a problem with. Everybody can get an Uriel's Gift. And honestly, it's not that bad of a gun. You can outshoot it as long as you're within range with an SMG. You can outshoot it as long as you are farther range with a scout rifle. And it's a pretty balanced weapon. Going on to our power slots, that's fairly balanced. You got your blue shift at 0.82%. You have Hawthorne's field shotgun at 0.81%. Main ingredient at 0.65. I don't have a problem with any power weapons. What I do have a problem with is the way people use some of the power weapons. Mainly the swords. People don't run around with the swords near like they should. They grab the power ammo, they find a corner, and they sit there and wait for someone to run around it. That's not really that cool. Pulse rifles, in my opinion. You have basically 2 good pulse rifles. You've got Vigilance Wing, and you've got the Time Worn Spire. Now, Lincoln Green is the same archetype as Time Worn Spire. Still a good gun, but it just feels lackluster. Pulse rifles feel lackluster in general. They can't compete with auto rifles at auto rifle range. They can't reach out and poke scout rifles at scout rifle range. And there's just not really a place for them in the meta right now. It's very disappointing. We need Bungie to balance things out so that any gun type is viable if used right on any map that you want. What I think they did well, they simplified the game for new players, and that's a good thing. Destiny 1 was pretty convoluted at times, and with them simplifying things, it kind of made it an equal playing field for the new players that are coming in. The story is much more expansive than it was in Destiny 1, of course. Customizability, we've got our shaders, we've got our mods. Personally, I like to see what they've done with the shaders. People can mix and match and make their Guardian their own. rather than just having one shader to throw on for their entire gear. Mods. Good and bad. Yeah, the gear mods actually change the way you play the game, but the weapon mods don't do a whole lot. Your kinetic slot gives you +5, your energy slots give you +5 and an element to them. That's pretty neat, but where's the game-changing mods? Where is all of this stuff that they were kind of talking about? And honestly, I'm curious. My outlook on the game for the future, if they don't change things, they're going to lose quite a bit. I've got a lot of friends saying that they're going to be playing through Curse of Osiris, and after that it is what it is. So, yeah, personally, I love the game. There's things that need changed, and I'm not quite sure how much longer I'm going to last in this. But thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.